inside a modern hospital. Nurses move quickly past the reception area, while distant announcements echo softly through the hallway. Patients sit quietly in the waiting area. Emma stands near the reception desk holding a clipboard, looking slightly nervous but professional. Rian watches her curiously while Dr. Miller walks calmly through the hallway, speaking with hospital staff. Inside hospitals, communication matters every second. Emma organizes medical papers while taking a nervous breath.
You look nervous today.
Emma laughs softly.
Honestly, I barely slept last night.
First day anxiety?
Emma nods slightly.
Yes, today is my first real day as a medical interpreter.
Dr. Miller walks toward them calmly.
Good morning, Emma.
Good morning, doctor.
Dr. Miller notices her nervous expression.
Feeling a little stressed?
Emma smiles awkwardly.
A little? Honestly, a lot.
Rian laughs quietly.
That sounds more natural already.
What do you mean?
Most English learners say, I have tension. But natural English sounds more like, I'm stressed, I'm nervous, I'm anxious.
I'm definitely nervous today.
Dr. Miller smiles calmly.
That's normal. Medical interpreting is not only about language, it's about trust, clear communication, and staying calm under pressure.
Even small misunderstandings inside hospitals can create confusion.
Honestly, I'm worried I might make mistakes.
Everyone makes mistakes in the beginning. The important thing is learning how to communicate clearly.
And that's exactly what you'll learn in today's episode.
You'll learn real hospital English, patient communication, professional interpreter phrases, and natural spoken English used inside hospitals every day.
But Emma still didn't realize how stressful her first patient would become. Dr. Miller looks toward the hallway.
Emma, your first patient is waiting.
Emma takes a nervous breath.
Okay, I'm ready.
Or, at least, she hoped she was. Busy hospital hallway during the morning rush. Nurses move quickly between rooms while distant monitor sounds echo softly. Emma walks through the corridor holding her clipboard tightly. Slight nervousness shows on her face. Rian walks beside her while Dr. Miller reviews patient files nearby. Your first day inside a hospital feels very different from practicing English at home.
Honestly, my heart was beating so fast that morning. I kept thinking, what if I make a mistake?
You're overthinking again.
I know, but I can't help it.
That feeling is normal on your first day.
Doctor, honestly, I am having fear right now.
I understand what you mean, but that sounds unnatural in English. Yes, instead of, I am having fear, natural English sounds more like, I'm nervous, I'm scared, I'm feeling anxious.
I'm feeling anxious right now.
Excellent. That sounds much more natural.
Hospitals are intense on the first day.
That's an understatement.
Dr. Miller stops walking and looks at Emma seriously but kindly.
Emma, remember something important. A medical interpreter does more than translate words. You help patients, understand doctors, feel less confused, and communicate safely.
That sounds like a huge responsibility.
It is, but communication becomes easier when your English stays calm and simple.
Inside hospitals, confidence matters too.
I kept repeating simple sentences inside my head. Stay calm. Listen carefully. Speak clearly.
A nurse approaches them quickly.
Dr. Miller, the new patient in room 12 is waiting now.
Thank you.
He turns toward Emma.
All right, Emma. Your first patient is ready.
At that moment, my nervousness became very real.
And Emma was about to discover that real hospital conversations move much faster than classroom English. Quiet patient consultation room inside the hospital. Soft daylight enters through the window. A middle-aged patient sits nervously on the examination bed, holding medical papers. Emma stands near the door with her clipboard, while Dr. Miller reviews the patient chart calmly. Rianne watches quietly from the side. The first conversation is often the hardest, not because the English is complicated, but because nervousness makes simple sentences harder to remember.
Honestly, I was trying to remember every English sentence I practiced, but suddenly my mind felt completely blank.
Good morning, sir. This is Emma. She'll help interpret today's conversation.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. What is your good name?
The room becomes quiet for a second. Rianne glances toward Emma carefully.
Emma, the meaning is understandable, but that sounds unnatural in English.
Really?
Yes, instead of, "What is your good name?" native speakers usually say, "What's your name?" "May I have your name?" "Could you tell me your name?"
Emma nods quickly.
I'm sorry. Could you tell me my name, please?
My name is Daniel Brooks.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Brooks.
Dr. Miller nods approvingly.
Much better.
Professional hospital English is usually polite, simple, and clear. Dr. Miller sits beside the patient calmly.
Emma, now ask him why he came to the hospital today.
Why you came here today?
Rianne immediately notices the mistake.
Very common mistake. Natural English sounds more like, "Why did you come here today?" or "What brings you in today?"
What brings you in today, Mr. Brooks?
I've been having stomach pain since last night.
Emma calmly interprets for Dr. Miller.
For the first time that morning, I felt slightly more confident. The conversation was finally starting to feel real.
Excellent, Emma. Short and clear questions help patients feel more comfortable.
Emma continues writing notes carefully. Suddenly, the patient starts speaking much faster. Emma's expression changes immediately.
And that's when I realized understanding fast English inside a real hospital was much harder than I expected.
Emma was about to face one of the biggest challenges for every new interpreter: fast-speaking patients and doctors. The consultation room feels busier now. Dr. Miller reviews medical notes while typing on a computer. The patient speaks more quickly and looks slightly uncomfortable from stomach pain. Emma sits with her notebook open, trying to focus carefully. Rianne watches quietly nearby. Classroom English often sounds slow and clear, but real hospital conversations move much faster.
At first, everything felt manageable. But suddenly the conversation started moving too quickly.
Yeah, it started late last night after dinner. And then this morning the pain got worse, especially when I tried eating anything. And honestly, I barely slept because of it.
Emma freezes for a moment.
I understood some words, but not the full sentence. My mind started panicking immediately.
Dr. Miller notices Emma looking confused.
Emma, what happened?
Doctor, I didn't catch everything.
That's completely normal.
Honestly, I felt embarrassed asking someone to repeat themselves.
Never feel embarrassed. Natural communication is more important than pretending to understand. Instead of staying silent, you can say, "Could you repeat that, please? Could you say that a little slower? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you explain that again?"
I'm sorry, Mr. Brooks. Could you repeat that a little slower, please?
Of course. The pain started after dinner yesterday, and it became worse this morning.
Emma immediately looks more relaxed.
Okay, I understand now.
Dr. Miller smiles approvingly.
Excellent. Professional English is not about understanding everything instantly. It's about communicating clearly when confusion happens.
That moment changed something in my mind. I realized good interpreters are not perfect. They simply communicate calmly under pressure.
Dr. Miller continues reviewing the patient chart.
Emma, now ask about the pain level.
How much pain are you feeling right now?
Probably around 7 out of 10.
Slowly, my confidence was improving. But hospitals rarely stay calm for very long. Suddenly, the patient grabs his stomach uncomfortably.
Actually, the pain is getting worse again.
Emma looks slightly alarmed. Rianne notices immediately. Emma, stay calm.
Mr. Brooks, take a slow breath.
Inside hospitals, situations can suddenly become stressful, and interpreters must stay clear and focused under pressure. Dr. Miller turns toward Emma seriously.
Emma, I need you to communicate clearly now.
Emma takes a deep breath and nods.
Okay, doctor.
But Emma was about to discover that emotional patients can sometimes be even harder to understand than fast English. The atmosphere inside the consultation room becomes more tense. The patient sits uncomfortably while holding his stomach. Emma looks focused but nervous again. Dr. Miller remains calm and professional while preparing to examine the patient more carefully. Rianne watches quietly from nearby. Soft hospital ambiance continues with distant footsteps and monitor sounds in the background.
I had practiced medical vocabulary for weeks, but I wasn't prepared for emotional pressure.
Doctor, honestly, I'm really worried something serious is wrong with me.
Emma listens carefully and interprets for Dr. Miller. Dr. Miller nods calmly.
All right, Mr. Brooks. Let's stay calm first. We're going to examine everything carefully.
I just keep thinking about worst-case situations.
I could hear the fear in his voice. And suddenly, I felt pressure too.
Emma, stay relaxed. Your calmness also helps the patient feel calmer.
Okay. Patient speaks again, this time more emotionally.
My mind is getting negative thoughts continuously.
Emma pauses for a moment. Rianne quietly looks toward Emma.
Doctor, how should I say that naturally in English?
Good question. Instead of, my mind is getting negative thoughts continuously, natural English sounds more like, I keep having negative thoughts. I can't stop worrying. My mind won't calm down.
The patient says he keeps having negative thoughts and feels very worried.
Very good.
During emotional situations, interpreters often need to communicate feelings clearly, not just words.
I was finally starting to understand something important. Medical interpreting was not only about grammar, it was also about empathy.
Stress and anxiety can sometimes make physical symptoms feel even worse.
That makes sense.
You sound much more confident now.
A little. But honestly, my brain still feels overloaded.
Dr. Miller smiles gently.
That sentence is understandable, but natural English sounds more like, I feel overwhelmed. I feel mentally exhausted. My mind feels overloaded.
I feel overwhelmed right now.
Excellent.
Simple emotional vocabulary often sounds more natural than long translated sentences. Suddenly, a nurse enters the room quickly.
Dr. Miller, the emergency room just called. They need an interpreter immediately.
The atmosphere changes instantly. Emma looks surprised.
Emergency room? My heart immediately started racing again.
Dr. Miller turns toward Emma calmly.
Emma, you're coming with me.
Emma freezes for a second.
Me?
Yes, it's time for your first real emergency interpretation.
And Emma was about to discover that emergency room English feels very different from normal hospital conversations. The emergency room feels loud, fast, and intense. Nurses move quickly between patients, while monitor alarms beep softly in the background. A young injured patient sits on a hospital bed, holding his arm in pain. Doctors speak rapidly while preparing equipment nearby. Emma walks into the ER beside Dr. Miller, visibly nervous. Rianne follows behind quietly, observing the situation carefully. Bright emergency room lighting creates a stressful atmosphere.
The moment I entered the ER, my nervousness came back immediately. Doctors were speaking quickly, patients were in pain, and everyone looked busy.
Dr. Miller speaks calmly while walking.
Emma, focus on short and clear communication. Don't panic if conversations move fast.
Emma nods quickly.
Okay, I'll try.
A young patient looks uncomfortable while holding his injured arm. It hurts really badly whenever I move it.
Emma, ask him where the pain is strongest.
Where is your pain happening?
Understandable, but more natural English sounds like, where does it hurt? Where is the pain strongest?
Where does it hurt the most?
Mostly around my shoulder and upper arm.
Emma interprets quickly this time.
My hands were still nervous, but slowly my brain was reacting faster.
A nurse approaches urgently.
Doctor, we may need an X-ray immediately.
Dr. Miller nods calmly.
All right. Emma, ask him when the injury happened.
Emma speaks more confidently now.
When did the injury happen?
About an hour ago, during a football game.
Dr. Miller smiles slightly.
Excellent, Emma. Short questions help emergency conversations move faster.
Inside emergency rooms, communication must stay fast, clear, and accurate.
For the first time that day, I finally felt useful instead of scared.
Suddenly, the patient winces in pain again.
Honestly, I'm worried my arm might be broken.
Emma immediately interprets the sentence calmly. Dr. Miller begins examining the arm carefully.
We'll check everything properly first. Try not to panic.
Emma watches carefully.
Dr. Miller always sounded calm during stressful moments, and I realized something important. Patients don't only listen to your words, they also listen to your tone.
A calm voice can sometimes reduce fear more than complicated explanations. The nurse returns quickly with paperwork.
The X-ray room is ready now.
Dr. Miller turns toward Emma.
Good work so far, but your next challenge will be even harder.
Emma looks confused.
Harder than the emergency room?
Much harder. Your next patient doesn't speak English at all.
And Emma was about to face the most important responsibility of a real medical interpreter, helping two people understand each other completely. A quieter hospital consultation room later in the afternoon. The atmosphere feels calmer than the emergency room, but emotionally heavier. An elderly patient sits nervously beside her adult daughter, both looking confused and uncomfortable because they do not understand English well. Dr. Miller reviews medical reports calmly. Emma sits between the doctor and the patient, preparing carefully. Rianne watches silently from the corner of the room. Warm, late-afternoon sunlight enters softly through the window.
Honestly, This was the moment that scared me the most. Not because of difficult English, but because I didn't want anyone to feel confused or helpless.
Dr. Miller speaks calmly to the elderly patient.
Good afternoon. We're going to discuss your test results today.
The patient looks confused immediately and turns toward Emma. For the first time that day, Emma was no longer thinking about herself. She was thinking about helping someone feel understood. The patient speaks nervously.
Doctor, what problem is there?
Emma listens carefully and translates calmly.
She's asking what the problem is.
Dr. Miller nods and explains slowly.
Her condition is not dangerous right now, but she needs proper medication and regular follow-up visits.
Emma carefully interprets everything clearly.
I suddenly realized something important. Medical interpreting is not only translation, it's also trust.
The patient relaxes slightly after understanding the explanation.
Thank you. She was feeling very scared.
It's okay. We'll explain everything clearly.
Dr. Miller notices Emma sounding calmer now.
You're doing much better, Emma.
Emma smiles slightly.
Honestly, I still feel nervous sometimes.
That's normal. Good interpreters are not fearless. They simply learn how to stay calm while helping others.
Confidence usually grows slowly through real experience. Dr. Miller continues reviewing the report.
Emma, now explain the medicine instructions carefully.
You need to take this medicine twice a day after meals.
The patient nods with understanding.
That was the first moment all day when I stopped feeling like a beginner.
Rianne smiles proudly from nearby.
You sounded like a real professional just now.
Emma laughs softly.
Maybe a little.
Dr. Miller closes the patient file calmly.
And that's the most important lesson for today. Clear communication can make patients feel safer, calmer, and more understood.
Emma's first day inside the hospital had started with fear, but slowly, nervousness was becoming confidence. Dr. Miller stands up with a small smile.
All right, Emma. Let's see how much medical English you remember now.
Emma smiles nervously again.
Uh-oh.
It was time for the final recall challenge. The hospital atmosphere feels calmer now, but still active. Bright evening lighting reflects softly through the hallway windows. Emma looks much more confident than earlier in the day. Dr. Miller stands nearby with a clipboard, like a professional trainer, while Rianne relaxes beside them with a supportive smile. The stressful energy from earlier scenes has transformed into a motivating, learning atmosphere. Emma's first hospital shift had been full of pressure, fast conversations, nervous patients, and emotional moments. But now it was time to see how much she had learned.
All right, Emma. Let's do one final practice before your shift ends.
Honestly, I'm a little scared again.
That means your brain is still working.
Everyone laughs lightly. Inside hospitals, communication must happen quickly and clearly. So Dr. Miller begins testing Emma using real hospital situations.
A nervous patient says, I have tension.
I'm stressed.
Good, short and natural. A patient introduces himself and you ask, what is your good name?
What's your name?
Or, could you tell me your name, please?
Much better. Now, emergency room speed. A patient walks in holding his stomach and says nothing. Ask why he came.
What brings
you
in today?
Excellent, professional, and natural.
Earlier that morning, Emma struggled to remember simple English. Now her responses were becoming faster and calmer.
A patient says, Sleep is not coming.
I can't sleep properly.
Good recovery. Another patient says, my heart is beating fast.
My heart is racing.
Exactly. Now, emotional communication. A worried patient says, my mind is getting negative thoughts.
I keep having negative thoughts.
Or, I can't stop worrying.
Very natural.
Inside hospitals, emotional English matters just as much as medical vocabulary. Patients need to feel understood, not confused.
A patient looks overwhelmed and says, my brain feels overloaded.
I feel overwhelmed.
Perfect.
Honestly, these corrections feel much easier now.
Because you're learning natural sentence patterns instead of translating directly from your first language.
That's why your English sounds more confident now.
All right, now let's practice interpreter communication. Fast responses only. Ready?
I'll try.
You didn't hear the patient clearly.
Could you repeat that, please?
The doctor is speaking too fast.
Could you say that a little slower, please?
You missed part of the sentence.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
Excellent.
Professional interpreters do not pretend to understand everything. They communicate calmly when confusion happens.
Final challenge. Emergency room pressure. Answer immediately.
Emma takes a nervous breath.
A patient says, I have fear.
I'm scared.
Where pain is happening.
Where does it hurt?
Doctor is speaking very fast.
Could you speak a little slower, please?
Dr. Miller smiles proudly.
Now you're sounding like a real interpreter.
Emma laughs softly in relief.
This morning, I was scared to even speak, but now, I actually feel useful.
Big difference in one day.
Confidence grows through practice, not perfection.
Today, you learned professional hospital English patient communication interpreter phrases, emotional communication, and natural spoken English used inside real hospitals every day. Emma smiles more confidently now.
And honestly, I think I'm finally starting to believe I can do this.
Emma's first hospital shift was almost over, but her journey as a medical interpreter was only beginning. Evening outside the hospital. The atmosphere feels calmer after the busy day. Warm sunset light reflects softly through the hospital entrance glass doors. Emma walks slowly beside Rianne, looking emotionally tired, but more confident than before. Dr. Miller stands near the entrance, holding patient files with a calm smile. Soft, cinematic evening ambiance with a peaceful, emotional tone. Emma's first day inside the hospital had started with nervousness, fast conversations, and fear of making mistakes. But by the end of the day, something had changed. Emma exhales deeply while looking back toward the hospital building.
Honestly, this morning I felt completely overwhelmed. Inside hospitals, even simple English can make a big difference. Rianne smiles.
You looked terrified.
I was terrified.
Dr. Miller walks toward them calmly.
And yet, you still communicated clearly when patients needed help.
I think today taught me something important.
What's that?
Medical English is not about using difficult vocabulary. It's about helping people feel understood.
Exactly. Clear communication builds trust, comfort, and confidence.
Inside hospitals, even simple English can make a big difference. Today, you learned how to greet patients professionally, ask medical questions naturally, handle fast English, ask for clarification politely, and communicate calmly during stressful situations.
And honestly, Many of these mistakes are very common for English learners.
Especially when people translate directly from their first language.
Natural English is usually simple, direct, and clear.
Fluency grows step by step through real conversations and repeated practice. Emma looks more confident now. This morning, I felt scared to even enter the hospital, but now, I feel like I can actually do this.
Rianne smiles proudly.
Big improvement in one day.
Emma laughs softly.
A very stressful day. Everyone smiles lightly.
At FluentEars, we learn English through realistic conversations, emotional situations, and real-life communication.
Don't worry about speaking perfect English immediately.
Focus on communicating clearly.
And keep practicing every day. Because confidence grows when communication becomes natural. Emma smiles warmly toward the camera.
See you in the next hospital shift. See you in the next episode.